4 o'clock in the morning, New Year's Eve, the 30th of December. Bruce is upstairs asleep. The fire is almost dead. The fire is not almost dead. There are many coals. I need to get up and just throw a piece of wood in there. But I will not. Because I am being childish and lazy and harmful to myself, and to my body, because I feel like I'm being fair, open, truthful, sincere with my soul. Dying feels like living in both worlds at the same time. There are the physical things that keep needing to happen. And then there are the spiritual things to work on to get yourself ready. And that middle ground is really hard to navigate. It really is. I think it's one of the reasons why I would like to live by myself, is that I feel like if I'm only answering to myself, then there's no reason to trod that middle ground like I do, because I can budget accordingly to make sure that I have easy to fix food for myself, because I'm not going near the stove. And that is lazy. Could I go to the stove? Yes. I could sit down here with my oxygen off, smoking cigarettes. I can do that. But my oxygen is off. The tone of my voice is really resentful, petty, and bickering. And I believe I've got a cold or the flu coming on, which I knew would happen. Which reminds me of this text that I got from Joshua. Joshua with the Jenna and the Mark, the laying of hands, and not the spiritual way that I was raised with, because the laying hands on the body in my mother's religion was healing. My grandma Bernard, my mother's mother, took a handkerchief and prayed over it with the ladies from her group at church, and sent it to me when I had cervical cancer and had to have a hysterectomy. That stuff hasn't come back. Or if it did, it waited a long, long time, because that was in my early 20s. And it was quite severe. But then they said it wasn't as severe as it was when they first looked at it, because that cervical cancer was discovered at my 6 weeks postpartum checkup after my baby boy, Christopher, was born on Christmas Day. And then it was, there is something here. We're going to, yeah. Well, I wonder if it would have changed things had I... Do not go here, Denise. This is petty. Petty, petty, petty. I did not win the lottery. I knew I would not. But I wish I had taken advantage of the time between the buying and the numbers and the results for that short time of just dreaming. Just dreaming. You know, instead of going up in space, why don't you open free grocery stores? And I'm talking to Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and anyone who can afford to spend money that way. Open grocery stores in food deserts. You know what a food desert is. I know you do, because you know every inch of the market. You know where it is hard for people to get the good food that they need to make nourishing meals that don't come out of boxes. I'm sorry. Good tasting food comes out of boxes sometimes. But good food comes from the actual fresh ingredients that you have. Real taters. Which takes work. So I wish I would have had a little more time to dream about what I was going to do, and then I would put grocery stores in every city in America, every little tiny burg. I would put food stores in, and I would stock it with all fresh things. There would be no money making involved. Except I would pay for the employees, and I would pay them very well. How does it sustain itself? Well, it might sustain itself by regular major contributions if I were to invest my money well. How would you keep people who don't need it from using it? Everybody needs nutritious food. We're not gonna let you take 5 cases of potatoes. You know, that's a little bit more than your family may need. And if you're having some type of an event, crowdsource that bitch. New Year's Eve. I was speaking about Joshua. Thank you for bringing that back to me. Because of the thing with Mark. But, I, called it a super spreader. I had been calling it a super spreader. I had alerted hospice that the super spreader was going to happen, that I did not want them here this week at all. I need to cancel her. I need to cancel her. It's only 4. Don't forget. Call and cancel Lisa. But take your damn shower, bitch. You're old, fat, and dying. What was it? Oh. Old, fat, and ugly. And dying. But you still need to make the effort besides just washing your face. But even that, you don't do enough. Who wants to watch this? Who would want to watch this? Nobody but my kids. Maybe my grandkids. Oh my God. Is that your grandma? That lady was your grandma? Oh man, I thought my grandma was bad. I did not have bad grandmas. I was blessed with very wonderful grandmas. And I hope hope's too late. Action is required. Action is not appreciated. I knew when Bruce brought up that it was, we're going to have a Christmas for you, Grandma, so that I can be the star. I'm sorry, that's what it felt like. And your long-suffering martyrdom would be finally noticed and appreciated. I don't know. I have to stop this for a moment and give this to God. That is not for me to fix. That is not for me to understand. It is not. Or I would. And if I could understand it in the right way, it would just be love. But I'm a human being. I'm a human being. And I say that and it's like a cop-out, but what it is that there's only so much you can work on at a time. So yes, Joshua, I knew that it was a super spreader event. I know intuitively that it's my last large gathering with everybody present. Because I won't be there. Only this. So I knew, having talked with all of you at one point or another, and with your grandchildren at one time or another, about COVID and vaccinations and masks and social distancing and the reasons why we do it. And you know, I got my COVID vaccination, 2 shots. I'm due for a booster, but why? Really? Why? And your dad is vaccinated, gotten both doses. So he and I are somewhat protected in the sense that if we get it, we can pass it. But chances are your dad will not have to go to the hospital. Unless he doesn't stop running the fuck around the country, stopping in and seeing all the neighbors. Hello? I can't get through that. I can't get past that. He won't. He blocks me at that. We're outside. I don't get too close. And now he's talking like Jason. I believe I had that before it was even announced that it was in the country. When I got so sick. Gaslighting? Don't remember. Don't remember. So all of you, Joshua, your siblings, your nieces and nephews, and their significant others, and the one child, your great niece, which is what Bella is of the age where she could get vaccinated. You assholes go right ahead and spread it all around. You guys weren't staying apart from people before my party. You were not. You were not being careful. You just weren't not being careful with your family. You are my monkeys. You are my circus. I'm sorry that you don't like that. Hate it for you. the fact that I feel like I have to defend that makes me realize that I'm being played. How can people have a phone and not check its text? Oh, there's a notification. Kids these days. Well, only 15 minutes. That was nice. And I purposely did not comb my hair, because yesterday Susan wrote a tweet that said, I bet you would have combed your hair had you known that vid would go viral. Had nothing to do with me, to my knowledge. It was not a subtweet towards me. But I don't do nothing. I don't do anything. There's no makeup here. What would it do? Come on, seriously, would it not be funny? No. No. This is what you can turn yourself into, and for me, it's been a source of protection in a large sense. I don't want no men. Nope. I don't want no women. Nope. I don't want anything but my Bob, my battery-operated boyfriend, once every 3 months. This upsets me because I have got a cold. We'll call it that. So, tarot card reader's been saying, sudden shift. There's still a tower. I thought Christmas was the tower. It's a tarot thing. It's a card thing. It's a major kind of disruption. It's a sudden event that throws chaos into the middle of the mix, and things go down, but towers are then rebuilt. Because there always got to be a tower. male abutments, not abutments, but dicks coming from the ground. Instead of the round, gentle curves of a woman. I don't know. Some people are born beautiful, some people are born smart, some people are born both. But everybody is born for a reason. And you just gotta figure out what it is. Sometimes maybe it's just that you're one little light in that huge galaxy of stars is just supposed to send out ripples. Just caring and kindness, which used to just be normal, natural, civilized human being behavior when I was a child. We were not taught to send out hate over airwaves. No. But that was also the time when John F. Kennedy was assassinated. I was alive when Kennedy was assassinated. Wasn't alive for Lincoln. You third, fourth grade grandchildren out there doing genealogy. I hope that lives on. Somebody's got to take that over. Somebody. There's nobody. Why is there nobody in my generation? No, not of my generation, but of Lots of stuff today.